Hello and welcome to Scott's Bible Highlighting. This past week I've been studying the book of Job and I came across something I've never seen before. I can't not tell you about it, so come on, let's make a video. Today we're doing a video on the whole book of Job.
We don't have the attention span for that.
Today we're doing a video on the last half of one verse.
So much to learn!
You know, I've read the book of Job multiple times and I never really saw it before, but there it was, Job 26, verse 7. He stretches out the north over empty space. He hangs the earth upon nothing. Now, Job is talking to four men here who have come to mourn with him and supposedly support him while he's going through some really tough troubles. There's Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, three older guys that are friends of Job, and a younger guy named Elihu.
Elihu?
Exactly, the fourth guy who crashed the mourning party. While talking to the Fantastic Four, Job is passionately declaring the magnificence of God despite the fact that he thinks God is the one bringing these unjustified troubles upon him. Nevertheless, he chooses to honor God even though he is in pain and confused. So here he is, proclaiming God's greatness with things that he believes to be true, as if it's proven fact. So when he says he hangs the earth upon nothing, what is Job talking about? In 1946, with a photo taken from a V-2 rocket, it was the very first time we ever saw a picture of Earth from space. From 100 miles up, it looked like this. And with more trips and more pictures, we were able to piece together an amazing visual proof. It was the first time we humans visually established as fact that this third rock from the sun was floating in space. All consistent proof that this world we're living on truly hangs upon nothing. Exactly what Job was describing. How many thousands of years ago?
And do we know when the book of Job was written?
Scholars believe the book of Job was written sometime between the 3rd century and 7th century BC. So this is about a 400-year window, but nevertheless, it was at the very least 2,500 years before these photos would ever be taken. Now, Job uses this piece of information in his conversation with the four guys as if it's fact being laid out in a court case to establish the greatness of God. In other words, it's not just an assumption or a good guess to Job, it's firmly established as truth in his mind. And from what we now know today, Job was exactly right. So the biggest question of all to ask is, how did Job know that? And why was he so confident in what he could not see firsthand?
Like to figure this out, we could use deductive reasoning.
Did what?
Affleck.
The answer is any of these three options. He either figured it out or saw it for himself, which is highly unlikely. Maybe God just outright told him, or someone told him, like his dad passing down wisdom, possibly his uncle. Now remember, this is a piece of knowledge that only God would know. If God didn't directly tell Job, then we know he heard it from somebody else who did hear it from God. Okay, so I came up with three options, but if you can think of any others, let me know in the comments below. Let's go on. So which option was it? If we logically go backwards in reverse deductionation, we will find the answer. Let's first back up to Job's father. Who told Job's father? It's either God or his dad. If not God, up the ladder we go. Who told Job's father's father? If not God,
Up the ladder!
up the ladder, ere we go. Up the ladder, ere we go. Looking for the answer, Ucho Joe, generation ladder, up we go. Dum, dum, digga dum, digga 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 dum.
Now I am Job's father's father.
I get a really bad feeling about this one. I agree. Let's climb the ladder faster. This process takes us all the way back to Adam. Who told Adam? And right there is our answer. God, coulda, woulda, mighta, told Adam.
The Holy Trinity of Possibility.
Somewhere along the way, God told someone.
Yeah. But who would God say that, Doc?
You know, it doesn't matter who per se, but that we know God told somebody. It's called assurance. That's huge. Couldn't have said it better myself. So what does that mean for us today? Not only is God the creator of our universe and our world, but we know He's right here talking to us, and we can hear Him if we're willing to listen. I have to say, I admire Job for standing with such great faith, feet firmly planted in a piece of knowledge that would not be proven until 2,500 years after he's dead and gone. Yet you and I are kind of in the same boat today as Job was then. What things do you know that God's told us that neither you nor the world has seen proven yet? Sure, it can be difficult to have faith in things that we don't understand or stand on things that the world or science hasn't caught up to yet. But we do have an advantage over Job. There are now hundreds of things today God put in His Word that were not understood, proven, or established in the time that Job lived, yet today, for us, they stand as facts, uniquely proving the validity of God's Word, God's existence, and His promises for us. From archaeology, astronomy, oceanography, mathematics, physics, physiology, medicine, philosophy, shipbuilding, laws of thermodynamics, law of gravity, law of entropy, law of conservation of energy, architecture, poetry, art, and so many other areas in which we live and operate where God has revealed and uniquely validated Himself to us today through His Word.
Well, why is it so hard to see those? I mean, why are they not more obvious?
Well, they actually are obvious, but Satan is doing everything he can to distract you from seeing and hearing the love of God, the message of God, the proof and the truth of God that's constantly being proclaimed through a spiritual drip campaign of new discoveries, revelations, and even miracles today from a God that desires for you to see Him, hear Him, and know Him right now. But you have to be still to hear Him.
That is a good point. But how does Job's knowledge in the Old Testament apply to us today?
We can use Job's confidence as an example to follow or a boost of faith to reassure our own confidence in the validity of God's Word, even if it may not have been proven yet. Friends, no matter how many times you've read the Bible, keep looking for nuggets of truth. Keep expecting to find nuggets of truth, and you will. Would you please just take 10 seconds and help me boost this channel? Help me push messages of God's Word like this out to more people on YouTube by smashing that like button, dropping something in the comments, even if it's just an emoji, and subscribing, sharing, and encouraging others to do the same. And that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching Scott's Bible Highlighting.
That was amazing!